All right. Hello, everyone. It has been a while since the Ling banner and me releasing that, pulling even more for Ling, getting her to pot six. But I've also been kind of quiet lately because work is, being a pain. But I wanted to give a bunch of updates of things, like what's coming up on the channel and everything, because we do have a lot of things coming up. Um, First things first is I'm going to talk about PoE here. That's why I have the uh, path of building up. This right now, characters have all been sent to standard league. Just everything's been transferred, and we're just waiting on Friday's release of 3.19. Um, so how bad did my character get? This is the skeleton mage character. This is Mages of Bones. This is a level 94 skeleton character. I'll go over everything with you so you know what the character is at this point at the end of 3.18 and what it's going to become in 3.19. So, as of the end here, we have, of course, our Dead Reckoning Jewel to make our summon skeletons. We can summon 12 of a skeleton. We have these cluster jewels up here. Gives us Called It a Slaughter, Feasting Fiends, Renewal. Over here we get, this one is a one that has Blessed Rebirth and another renewal. The Fortress Covenant. We have the Feasting Fiends, another renewal with a Quickening Covenant on it. We have let's uh Comical Knowledge, things like that. The Ghastly Eye Jewel. This is just before we switch to Elding and everything. See if I can find here. This would be what our character is. So we dropped the Feasting Fiends here. Got Quickening. Still have the Fortress Covenant here for their survivability, but we have this one just for the really for the elemental resistance and the enduring composure. So we don't have to use enduring cry anymore. Still have our reckoning up here. We have creations, all this stuff normal. Here is where atomical knowledge is and everything like that. Um, this is what the character was. We have 15% increased mana reservation. That's going away. I dropped these two damage nodes. We have an impossible escape over here. All this down here. We didn't go. I couldn't afford to go get this wheel unless I leveled up more. But we have all of that. Here's our character with everything kind of. I don't know why. I'm not sure if this is like a bug with PoE or something, but a lot of this is like undone. The POB is undone like it's supposed to be. I'm not sure why, uh, and things like that. So I've changed some things here. Possible. I'm not. I have one that instead of doing the mind over matter, I have the unwavering stance. And I'm not sure why that's not. That's strange, but here's our melding and everything. But this is basically our tree. I'll show you our tree on the other deal. And we had +2 to level skills and minion skill gems is going away. So with all of this, skeleton mages, our skills were the Val summon skeletons with the summon skeleton mages, volley, pierce, increase critical damage, spell echo, awaken mini damage, and hypothermia. Change out for volley when you're facing bosses. A stone golem, awaken generosity, zealotry, feeding frenzy, A Defiance Banner, which is nerfed. Bone Offering, Life Tap, Desecrate on the trigger wand. Termination, Tempest Shield, Enlighten, Flame Dash, and Purity of Ice. Um, I was working towards getting Summon Skitterbots into the build, but I couldn't afford it without an Ash Stars. Our DPS would have jumped a lot if I done that. Sniper's Mark, Flame Dash, Summon Skitterbots, which is not on, and I have those two there because I had to switch around, so I just have those there still. Val Molten Shell for defenses and Ray Spectre with Carnage, Host, a Pale Seraphim, and Arena Master. With Minion Life, a Meat Shield, and Animate Guardian with like Kingmaker, the Doppelgeist, or I think is what it's called, chess piece. Something that'll just survive on its own, and I bought it as a level 20. Um, our items, like I said, a basic trigger wand with 1 and 1 minion and spell skill gems. So we get 2 levels out of all of it. Ages of War, of course, because we're going melding. Our helmet with 9% increased mana reservation efficiency of skills, minion movement speed, socketed minion gems, 1 to number of skeletons on it. That's about it on that. Flesh Crafter 6 linked, of course. Decent rolls on it. Minions suppress spell damage, and minions deal increased damage. With minions deal 30% increased damage, rolled that with Essence, with 6 life, old res, crafted fire and chaos res on it. 39% increased armor effect from helmet to equips, helmet and gloves. And a chance to avoid being ignited. Fire res, armor, energy shield, life, chaos res, movement speed, and lightning chaos craft. A +1 to skeletons, +1 to minimum endurance charges. That's actually not true anymore. I don't have the +1 to minimum endurance charges on it anymore. It's something else. I can't remember off the top of my head. But it's got a bunch of strength, intelligence, dexterity, chaos res, and a number of skeletons, and strength and intelligence. Charisma is a chaos ring that has been with me for pretty much forever. I think this was actually a drop. It could have been a different chaos ring I had, but I think that was the one. A unset ring that I had to purchase. This was expensive because of all the decks on it. And then I crafted life, of course, on it. Then I have this costed me like an exalted ore back then, a Stygian device with Abyss Jewel in it. Mana Flask of Enduring of the Mage. Means it costs less for skills. Fine Life Flask. Lead. Quicksilver Flask for and gain charges on hit, reduce effect of curses, a taste of hate, a Rumi's concoction for block, and then all of my cluster jewels that I showed off, the Fortress Covenant still there, possible escape, which is actually supposed to be the one that goes to unwavering stance, not mind over matter, to get prismatics. We have one added passive skill of Blessed Rebirth, stuff like that. Like I said, melding, comical knowledge. It's also a decent melding. It's only -70 to all of them I was able to get. As another small cluster, and of course, Reckoning. All told together, configuration is all it needs to be. We use Brian King as the major, Ralakesh as the minor for lead help. Got 2 power and frenzy charges per minion, life tap. Minion skill recently. Minions are always on full life. They're ignited. They're chilled. They're shocked. Frenzy is activated. Buffs versus, and then never. A lot of people don't know you don't put this to boss on any of these because Flesh Crafter makes it where they have no elemental resistances. They ignore them. So it doesn't matter if they're uber boss, or anything. That's why they deal so much damage actually at that point. And then of course our animate guardian is custom modifiers, is the kingmaker with the arena master also put in. And all told together, at this point, we were doing 4.1 million 4.1 million DPS after the switch to get even tankier. Our effective hit pool is infinite. We can take a 148,000 physical max hit, an 85 fire, a 106,000 cold, a 85,000 lightning, and a 46,000 chaos. And we are maxed res on everything. We should be at 86 because, like I said, I do have prismatic skin for +2 instead of +1. So yeah, at 4.103 billion DPS. Let me enter that number real quick. 4,103,352.5 minus, because it's got to be minus. So that is what we are right now. I'm not gonna say gonna go back because it's not good. This is 3.19 minus 2,305 600.7. That's totally incorrect here. I don't know why this became a thing. Undo? What's going on? Why did this do this? My calculator went funny. Hold on just a second. I gotta fix it, so I gotta re-enter everything. So where is it? This one, right here. 4103 352 352. Okay. Minus. That was weird. I don't know why it went off. 2305. Maybe I forgot a number. 600. Oh, okay. So we lost 1,797,752 DPS on our skeleton. And this is everything. This is what I just totally took this character from I imported it from the character deal for your character, everything like that. I imported it, and then I clicked the update to 3.19 deal, and this is it. So we lost over 1.7 million. I'll post one. Let's just say 1.8. We almost lost 1.8 million DP. We almost lost 1.8, just a little bit under. And I've already changed a couple of things around in here, trying to see if I could do anything. Not really. Not really can I do anything right now to make this better. I was able to keep our unreserved mana at 88. Even though we lost the reservation efficiency, the 15% reservation efficiency, so we can still cast our skill, basically. And I took off the unnatural strength because it's now unholy might, and that doesn't do anything for our build. It says it gives us DPS, it doesn't give us DPS. And I just went and grabbed Bone Barrier because nothing else would do it. I mean, we could have went Plague Bringer for consumed corpses since we do that. I don't know what would be better, to do that or to do Bone Barrier. Bone Barrier just gives us a bunch of defenses and everything. And so, and they have 20% more maximum life, and we get the Bone Barrier skill. If I was actually going to play this character and I did go Bone Barrier, I would drop Molten Shield, because Bone Barrier just takes the place of it. It's basically the same thing almost. Yeah. So it's still good. It's just you ain't getting 4 million DPS out of it anymore. Um, so yeah. Um, it's still viable. A character. It's just you ain't getting 4 million DPS. And here we go. Here's the impossible escape within wavering stance that I have, and then prismatic skin. Still at 86, 86, 86, 75, but that's going to be harder to achieve in the new league because they're changing melding of flesh to have minus maximum res on it. So you're going to have to get even more maximum res somewhere to counteract that. To get even high, to get even close to we're still at an infinite effective hit pool infinite, but we're down to 101,000 from 135,000. We can't get. We were at 106,000 cold hit. We're now at 78. So yes, we did get. Uh, we did get nerfed. We did get nerfed, and this is without the nerf to skill gems. They didn't. All this is the tree. So it's going to go down even more. The defenses are going to go down more because this is an unnerfed defiance banner, and things like that. So we're going to go down more in 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 defenses and damage most likely. This is just the nerf to the tree. This is not the nerf to the skills yet because they did both. So we'll just see because that +2 to minion gems just completely and totally screwed us over there. We're no longer having effective summon skeletons of 24. We are now at 22. No, 23. We were at 20. We would add +2 more to that, so we would be at 22. So we're at 23. We would be at 25 on our Val Summon Skeleton. I think we also lost one. It says we're at a active minion limit of 11. So we actually lost a skeleton because we lost the levels. So we're at 2.113 billion. Yeah, it's they killed it pretty much. Like I said, if you want to play this, it'll work, but you and it will get you through any regular content, but you're not doing Ubers even, Ubers, regular Ubers, nothing. I mean you can do it, but you're gonna have a long fight. A lot longer fight, which means more chances to screw up, which mean more chances for you to just die and lose a portal more often. So you just get hurt. You might not finish the fight if you're bad as I am at at mechanics and things like that. So I wouldn't be able to play that build because I just couldn't have it. I couldn't go to the boss, any Uber boss like that, and do anything with it because I don't know the mechanics well enough to, do this. So we get good basically. So what am I going to do? I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to play. One thing I do have been looking at is if I'm going to play this league, and I'm still not sure I am. There is Eye of Winter by Path of Math, Eye of Winter Minor, Inquisitor. So that's good if you want to go that. There is not much of a nerf to Fire Trap, Righteous Fire by Pox. There's not much of a nerf to it, but there is a nerf to it. So it is a little bit less damage, but it's still totally fine. I didn't nerf it as near as much as they did the skeleton mages, so it's still fine to do all the content really. Um, And then there's but there are new minion builds coming though. Like Gazzy's going to be doing an animate weapon, poison, chaos damage, poison damage, whatever you want to call it, animate weapon build. He's also going to work on doing golems, because golems got buffed. If you get you a clay shaper dropped, you can go get you some stone golems, and just, or carrying golems too, I think now, and just wreck face. You get two of them, you're gonna be set golden. Also, the currency has changed. No longer is it Miracalandra and then Exalted Orbs. It's Miracalandra, Divine Orb, and then probably Chaos. So Divine Orbs are going to be the currency in place of Exalts, and they're going to be even more expensive, worth more, because they drop less. There's not easy ways to get them. With Exalts, you can get Exalted Shards from Harbingers, which, if you have the Atlas passive, can turn into Exalted Orbs. They'll just drop as Exalted Orbs instead of Shards. You got at least two that I know of, div cards for Exalted Orbs. You have one Exalted Orb, Divine Orb card, div card, and it's 12, I think. I can't remember. I think it's 12. You also have, that's it. Really, that's it for Divine Orbs. That's how you get Divine Orbs. They drop, and then you can get the div card. That's it. There's not really anything else. People are saying that, I'm not sure how true it is, but people are saying they're going to be worth like 300 chaos or more per Divine Orb. We'll see. But that's all I really have on Path of Exile. But I have more things to talk about. So let's see here. Let me switch to this is almost over with, so let me switch to this. Turn this on. This one run is almost over with. Let me switch to audio on. There we go. And my volume mixer. Alright, yeah. It's cute, I know. Alright, so the thing that's coming up for Arknights, because I do have content coming up for Arknights. We have a light spark in darkness is coming, which gives us two new characters, Golden Glow and Quercus. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but they're the Golden Glow is a caster, Quercus is a supporter. Golden Glow is really good, especially if you want to play the IS2 here, the Phantom and Crimson build. She is very, very good in here. Actually, if you wish to, you can play her right now because she is available for choice in here. You can play as her even if you do not have her. So yes, there is that. So there gets to basically it's basically an event coming. You can get you get stuff dropped, you buy it in the shop and things like that. I don't think there's any material farm stages. I think this is going to be this is going to have like an annihilation mode and stuff like that to it, and those usually don't have material stages, if I remember. Then we have a new Jackie costume that you can get. So you get that. That's just a login event, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. It could be something you can purchase. No, it's something you purchase out of the shop with the event currency. And then here's Golden Glow. Like I said, Golden Glow is very good, especially in IS2. She's a very nice single target caster. If you have Efiala, though, you can just skip her if you want, but I'm going to try to get her. And then Quirkus is a support, basic support. I think she's one of the ones that does the devices to give you shields and stuff or something like that. How she works. I don't know if she gets devices, but she does, if I remember correctly, give you shields. Here's what's going to be in the shop for costumes. Theabe's new costume, Waifu's new costume is going to be in here. And then the new furniture set is going to be in there. Here is the other banner that is coming. We have Thorns, Blemishheim, Coruscant, Estea, and Waifu. If I remember correctly, it's going to be Thorns in the shop. So you can purchase a Thorns if you do not have one, or upgrade yours if you want. And then I think it's Estesia in the shop, also as the 5-star. And that is pretty much it right now. I think that's it. I did get a top operator today. I was able to get Magellan, and she is now a potential 5, so her second intelligence is improved, which gives them invisibility for 22 instead of 20 seconds. She was the only one I could guarantee to get that would give me an upgrade. The others were like a 3 in 2 chance, a 1 in 2 chance of getting an upgrade and not getting something that I would just have to give a certificate for. So there is that, and that is basically it for Arknight. Let me get this back running in my farming deal here. That going. Okay. So let me mute that again. You ain't got to listen to that while I talk about other things. So that is that. Now there is, I guess I should give you an update on give you an update on, what do you call it? Marvel Monster Hunter Rise. Title update 1 came out. I farmed it up until like level 40 of the anomaly investigation quest and just quit because I was basically done. I had all the gear I wanted, and I crafted what I wanted to on my curio crafting, things like that. I know I was supposed to put out videos on that, but I just didn't have either the time or feel like doing it. So, if you wish to know, of course, I've got to master rank, got to master rank 100. Got title update 1 came out. Got Corio's crafting and Corio's crafting, I think is how you pronounce it. And that's pretty much it. I did that. Got my gear running light bow gun, of course. See if I can. Where is. Did have to make Corio's crafting. So this is what my gear was. I had the Archfiend Armor Creato as a helmet, Archfiend Solo as a body, and the Archfiend Theros as feet. Those are the in-game. That was the boss of the end boss of the story of the Sunbreak. So that's where that gear comes from. Then I got the Diablo Van Braces X, which is from a Master Rank Diablos, and the Malazino coil on the waist, which is from Malazino, who you run into boss. My weapon is the Vigil Kugel. I'm running Pierce 2, Rapid Fire, and Vigil Kugel, if I'm not mistaken, is also in game. I can't remember which one. I run the Underworld Petalus because I'd like more defenses than damage. And my talisman was a rapid fire 2 311 talisman. Uh, my the skills on the head were weakness, exploit, and resentment level 2. Body is weakness, exploit, resentment level 1, chain crit level 1. Gloves were offensive guard level 2, stamina surge level 1, pierce up level 2. Waist is blood right level 2, heartbreaker level 1, attack boost level 1. Feet are dereliction level 1 and resentment level 1. The head had a 4-2 deco slot, the body 3-2, the gloves a 2-1, the waist a 1-1, and the feet were 3-2, and my weapon had a 4 slot and a 1 slot rampage. And like I said, my talisman's 311 rapid fire up level 2. My augment decos are this is what came as my augments. So my augments, my decos, at least all had either added or upgraded the deco slots. That's basically what I went for. And I did lose some things. I lost one thing, gained something pretty great in return. So the head went from a 4-2 to a 4-2-1. The body went from a 3-2 to a 3-2-1. The gloves 2-1 to a 2-1-1, and the waist from a 1-1 to a 2-1-1. So I actually got a 2 slot on that, an upgrade, and an extra deco slot. And mainly I just lost defenses and res. I didn't lose any skill except for on my boots. My boots rolled excellent. My boots went from a 3-2-2 deco slot to a 4-3-2 deco slot, and I lost 1 level of resentment for that. I did gain critical draw, but that does not help this build, so it's negative. So it's a negative, really, I guess you could say. And then I upgraded my weapon to a 2 slot rampage dual slot instead of having just one. That way I can use like wyvern wyvern damage and things like that in the rampage slot, because with a 1 I could only put like spear burst call or something in. So I got evade extender 2. I went with this thing with all these extra jewel slots and things and the upgrades. I could fit in a hellfire cloak. I dropped maximum might all the way down. I just completely dropped it. I don't use maximum might anymore. I was using maximum might 3. I just went and just cut that out of the build, put in hellfire cloak level 1, a defiance level 1 as a jewel decoration actually. Weakness exploit with the 3, reload speed up there, recoil down, pierce up, everything you need. It's actually a level 3 hellfire cloak, because I put a hellfire cloak level 2 jewel in my weapon, and the hellfire cloak level 1 jewel is in my body, and then I have the wyvern exploit as my rampage deco. Critical boost is level 3. Reload speed level 3. 1 defiance, so we can get a little bit from that. Before I decided to hit on and get hellfire cloak for extra damage, I was going to just run maximum might and stun resistance for defensives, but I decided to just drop stun resistance since I started playing multiplayer, so I didn't have to be worried about the monster really coming for me much, and went with hellfire cloak. I personally would have wanted something a little bit different, but the best I could come up with is with the deco slots is getting level 3 hellfire cloak. I still dropped that level 1 resentment. This is still, to me, from what I saw, more DPS. This is not elemental. The elemental pierce. This is just straight raw pierce, if you wish to know. That is my character basically, and I'm pretty much done with that character. Really, I can't think of anything else I want to do with it. So I haven't been playing in like a week. What I have been playing, and I will bring this up for you to see. I apparently I've had BlueStacks on the whole time. Ain't that nice? Let me go and get properties on this and change this to this. There we go. Now I have to be clicked into this for you to hear, but I have made a character in Grim Dawn. I haven't done anything in Grim Dawn in a long time, so I decided to play a little bit of Grim Dawn. And I love, of course, pet builds. And who is the best pet build maker in Grim Dawn? That would be Maya GD. Now, if you wish to look up Maya GD for her pet builds, she is no longer on the official forums. She is on the Grim Dawn Reddit. So if you wish to look at her pet builds, just search Reddit user Maya capital M A Y A and then capital G capital D, and that would bring her up. That is her name on Reddit, and she makes awesome pet builds. This is her lazy pet build. She came up with this like, oh, let's say a month ago or so. And it's a very nice, easy to use pet build that we have here. So I think I'm on the wrong character. Yes. Yeah, I was on the wrong character. Where is my... No. Where's my character? What? Hello? There it is. Lazy Pets. There you are. That's what I wanted. It's Lazy Pets, because that's what it is. It's the Lazy Pets build. Okay, here we are. So I just recently killed the end boss of the Grim Dawn and unlocked the way to go to Malmouth if I wanted to. I also completed the Forgotten Gods expansion already. I think I did that before I even went and completed this one. I did all of this, the whole Forgotten Gods expansion, before I went and did the others, and did all of that, and went up here and got all of this stuff done. Got all these shrines and things. So now it's to head up here is where I'm supposed to go, is to go up here. I'm not sure if I'm going to in this difficulty. Like I said, I just finished normal, so I can go on to elite difficulty if I wish to. I'm not sure yet if I'm geared enough for it. I am leveled enough. I'm at level 61, and that's usually where you can just not worry about it. Here's all of my stuff. I have some various things, of course, to help me with my leveling. I did not use one of these. This unlocks pretty much everything. Ultimate difficulty, attributes, skills, rift gates, and all inventory bags. I didn't use one. I just leveled a character. I did use a couple of tonics of reshaping, as you can see. I got a potion of clarity stack in my inventory. I used all of the mandates I have and things like that. I didn't use the low card stuff. I just leveled as normal. I mean, I guess I could have if I wanted to, but I didn't really feel like doing it. I figured I'd just play it normally. Got all this stuff here, and I don't remember why I have this stuff in here. That's pretty much it. This is everything I picked up. This is actually supposed to be down here. I have no idea why I have that. I don't remember what that quest is. Yeah, so level 61 Conjurer, as I said, I just finished the normal story, except for Malmouth is the only thing I haven't done. Got this back in... a lot of this gear I still have from when I did Forgotten Gods. Like this was for Forgotten Gods, gives me +2 to summon Briarthorn, chest piece. This actually got like when in the normal campaign. 2 to summon familiar, just a heavy heavy resistance stance, a tomb which gives me, this also came from a normal campaign, 2 to summon Briarthorn, 2 to summon Hellhound, and then a skill recharge to summon Briarthorn and total damage modifier 2 with a bunch of damage, cooldown reduction, pet stuff, you know, all that good stuff. This I just recently got, right, like maybe, I don't know, 10 levels before I finished the campaign, which maybe about level 50 or so. I summoned Briarthorn and Toad Hellhound with bonus pet stuff. This I just bought off a vendor. I don't know why, I just cannot find gloves to save my life, any better gloves, really. So I just went with this for the Cunning, Physique, and Spirit with some res on it. Slapped an holy inscription on it. Then these boots actually are dropped in Forgotten Gods. I was surprised that I got these. These are off, like, well, I think a totem boss where I got them. Gold band of mending for a bunch of resistances is basically all this is here for. Topaz signet of the obtained that I got, which gives me +2 to summon familiar, a +2 to summon Briarthorn amulet. This also dropped out of actually I don't think this dropped in Forgotten Gods. I think it's dropped when I went to kill Warden when I went over that way. I crafted a gluttony to use for basically just the Aether resistance. I was struggling with Aether resistance by the time I got to around Homestead, so I just crafted that and had that. I had the crafting deal for Rorari Cord of Arcane, the Rorari Cord, and this gives you +1 to all skills in Occultist. Basically the best belt you could get leveling up, really, if you're an Occultist. And then a +2 to summon Briarthorn. Metal. I've had a bunch of medals. I was surprised when I started getting ones that didn't have experience gain. That kind of sucked, but I wanted more, so I just went with the one that gave me that, and things like that. Of course, you can see my components like corpse dust, a scavenge plating for the global armor. This gives me nothing, actually. This gives me a silk swatch, which pure resistances. This gives me Aether Ward, which gives me a lot of Aether resistance, Pierce resistance, and reduced stun duration on the Magic Augment. This gives me, this has an Imbued Silver, which gives me resistances. Gives me Void Ward, which gives me Chaos Res, which is really low, as you can see, with Pierce resistance on the Magic Augment. I use a Rune Stone here for more resistances, things like that. So basically all I'm doing is using these things to give me a lot of resistance for things. That's why my resistances are capped like that right now. And then we have the Conjurer's Powder. If I remember correctly, this comes from the Rovers. Yeah, it says it's on their deal. Rovers Magic Augment. So you just put these on your rings. You get some elemental damage, health, and then damage to your pets. Things like that. I think I'm good to go and do Elite difficulty. I'm not sure. I do have pretty much all max res on more than half of them.
It's safe with me. Promise.
So maybe it'll be okay. If we take a look at, well, I guess you could see my physique. I've spent 42 points in it. I have spent 1 point into Cunning, and I spent like 19 points into Spirit because
there are a few people.
And then let me go down here and I'll show you my free. So Occultist Shaman, of course, it's a Conjurer. Pet build, it's usually Conjurer. There's some others, but Conjurer is usually the way to go. We have Summon Familiar at 21. Mend Flesh for them. A Storm Spirit. Lightning Strike. Summon Hellhound at 24. Ember Claw. And we skip Hellfire and go straight for Infernal Breath. 1 point into Curse of Frailty, but we got 6 from other skill stuff. Um, 11 points of vulnerability, 17 points of Blooded Drig. This is your heal. Have it on your right click, and you just heal all your minions and you if they need it. And then we got Aspect of the Guardian for more stuff, resistances and things for that. Shaman, all it is maxed out Summon Barthorn. I did that pretty much right after I got Hellhound and Summon Familiar. Before I even maxed those out, I went and got Shaman to get Barthorn and summon it out because it's your tank, basically. Even though I don't have points into Ground Slam for the grants additional threat. And Devotion's pretty standard devotion tree for leveling with pets. We go down for the Shepherd's Crook first to get the Shepherd's Calls. Do buff your minions, and then we went and got Raven. Roea's Crown for the Elemental Storm. And let's see. Then we went up and got Eel for its stuff. Then we had, let's see, what else did we, I think we got, after Eel, we got this. The Aptok Spirit of Winter for the Blizzard, which is on a Barthorn, so more damage. Then we came and got Sailor's Guide, Turtle for defenses, Bonds Abysmal. When we have that on, we also have the Turtle Shell. We have Crane next after that. And then I went and got, I'm working on Panther. And then if we finish Panther, we go to Solemn Watcher to get its stuff. And then we go up to the tree and put 4 points into that. And we get Healing Rain, and that's pretty much it. Which I could finish off before I go to Elite by going and finishing off Malmoth expansion. I could probably get enough points to go and finish off the Devotion Tree. So I might go do that. I'm not sure. I guess we can go do a little bit so I can show you the build. Where do we want to go? I guess we could do a run around at the gates. That's pretty easy. Well, it's pretty straightforward. Not easy, I would say. I'd say it's pretty straightforward. Oh, also, I usually have this on. It doesn't do anything. It's just a vanity item, really. I mean, it gives you some light radius, but that's all it does. But this is what you do. You just run around, cursing them with vulnerability. And every now and then, when your minions get damaged or you take damage, you right click your Blooded Drig, and you're done. The Doom Bolt that you see coming down is coming from a piece of gear that I have. And it doesn't do any damage, really. I mean, it does some for the trash mobs, but it doesn't really do anything. I'm not sure what gives me it. It's this one, the belt, actually. It gives you the Doom Bolt, 10% chance on attack. And interestingly enough, the Curse of Frailty counts as an attack. So we get the Doom Bolt every now and then. It barely does anything. Like I said, it'll work against the trash mobs and things, but anything bigger, I did not spec into Doom Bolt, as you can see. Where is it? Right there. I did not spec into. And leveling was really, really smooth. I had no problems with the leveling at all. I don't know if you could do like in PoE where you can type in like death and get a death counter. I don't think I died. I might have died once. in the Forgotten Gods, and that was it. If I died at all. I don't remember dying. Like I said, I went straight to Forgotten Gods after I completed the Warden. Oh, okay, here we go. This is something else. And we ain't gotta worry about them that yeah, went to Forgotten Gods right after completed it. I had fun, and that was pretty much it, you know. Not much to say or anything about it. Um, trying to hurt me. Trying to hurt me just a little bit. But with all these, this is basically what it is. The reason why I'm not really hurting, you'll see my health go down a little bit every now and then. But that's just the ground degen. Standing in this. That does that. That's because I don't have max Aether Res. If I had max Aether Res, it would barely tickle me. You don't really have to worry about any enemies or bosses either. You know, it's pretty simple run through here. Like I said, Maya GD on Reddit. The post, if I remember correctly, is the Pet Walker, called Pet Walker. Pet Walker, Reddit exclusive, walking simulator, budget pet conjurer, with a semicolon, I think is what it's called, and a 3 after it for a heart. So, or a grin, I guess you could say. And that's what it's called. If you wish to, you can go over there and take a look at it. It's very nice, like I said. You know, if you're wondering why not much gear is dropping, it's because I've turned on my loot filter. I've turned off common and magic items, have rares and up on always show uniques. I only have one-handed melee, one-handed range, dagger, scepter, and caster offhands to show. Leave on armor, accessory, and components. Don't do anything to this. Even pet bonuses. And then, just as I got to the end, right around the end, like level 50, 53 maybe, I turned on the my mastery skill because that's the only gear I really need, is gear with my masteries on it, because pretty much except for my gloves and my pants, every piece of gear I have has something to my summoning, and there's no way I am changing those out except for if I just get to the point where I just cannot survive. And I haven't run into that point yet. So yes. This is just it. This is basically it. It's, like I said, it's a lot of fun. I had fun leveling this character. I'm going to, I don't know if I'm going to, I doubt I do any like recording of leveling character through Elite or anything. I'll probably just do a character update eventually if I continue playing. This leads us into the last thing. State of Decay 2. The last I heard is that it's close. So update 30 is close. That's the last I've heard. Let me do something real quick. You're gonna see me muted. Yep. So that's it. That's all I know. It was. They just said it was close. When during their last live stream, I haven't heard anything about it since. I haven't really checked the news today, so I don't know if there's anything new. I guess we could check right here together real quick. Reddit. There you go. Nope. No, I see nothing. Yep, there's nothing. All right. So unfortunately, there's nothing new yet. So we'll see. Um, so my plan is I will probably play Grim Dawn, but I might take a look at Path of Exile 3.19 expansion. I'm not sure. It just depends on if I find a fun build to play as I level. I'm not sure what I want to do. Of course, you know me. I am the pet person. I love pets, but it the only three things that you can do is some kind of golem build, either stone golems or carrion golems. The other golems, even though they got buffed, are not good enough, I don't feel, and neither does the community. SRS, either regular or popcorn. Either some people say it's good, some people say it's bad. Who knows? And then we have the chaos animate weapon. Poison usually is what it's going to do. And that is a very particular playstyle that I may not like. I've never played animate weapons, so it would be something I would be interested in trying. I'm just not sure how good it would be for me to do that as a league starter. Now, EA Ballista Totems are still great if you wish to go that route. They did get a nerf in the Ignite, but you can still do it fine. You can still do fine as a league starter. Poisonous Concoction is a thing. You're just going to have to get more of your spell suppression on the tree instead of on the gear. Can't just get spell suppress on the gear and be maxed out. You actually have to go and get stuff on the tree now. They changed that. But I don't know if I want to play Poisonous Concoction Pathfinder. It kind of turned me off after that one Exalt build, but that's not the build's fault. That's the asshole who made that build. And that is pretty much it. So I'm going to stop right here. I want to thank everybody for watching. Probably the next thing we're going to do is going to be running, well, it depends. Either update 30 is coming, or I'm going to get Arknights. Most likely Arknights, because Arknights happens tomorrow, right? 18th. Yeah, so Arknights happens tomorrow. So I will be having Arknights tomorrow. So I will see you then. Thank you everybody for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.